Boom. Ooh. Okay, so thank you guys for hopping on. I'm sure I've met most of you. I don't know if I haven't met any of you, then nice to meet you. My name is Richard, and I run an office in Dallas. One thing I'm going to tell you real fast is if you don't have your camera on, you're going to last about 4 seconds on the call because I don't want you to be on if you're not engaged. Everyone knows when you're on a Zoom, if you don't have your camera on, you're not listening. You know how I know? Because when I'm on a Zoom and I don't have my camera on, I'm not listening. So throwing myself a little under the bus there. But this is a total optional call. Your owner recommended. It's going to be very interactive. So the reason why it's so late is because we don't want any losers in it. And maybe that's too much to say. So I apologize for that. But I was being genuine. It's 10:30 at night at my house. So I'm spending time with you that I'm not going to spend with my son and my wife. So hopefully you appreciate that, just like I appreciate you guys' time. And the way I'm going to appreciate your time is try to bring you as much value. I want to do these calls at least twice a month with you guys. And I see that there's a lot of you on this call. So we're going to start disqualifying some because I feel like this is too many people so that we can make the call a little bit more interesting. Is that okay to do? Thumbs up for everybody. So it's going to be very interactive and I'm going to make you guys do a lot of the work. But anyway, I think, and I'm going to say it as nice as I can, I think whoever got you on this call, Brandon, what are you fucking smoking on the call? Like, bro, fucking Brandon's like smoking a blunt here. Don't smoke blunts. Anyway, I think the reason why your owner got you, just crack me up. I think the reason why your owner got you on the call is because, and this is initiated by Danny and Caleb, is because in Dallas, we are, for the last 6 months, we've promoted an owner every month, maybe two. We just promoted 2 owners the last 2 weeks, and Alejandro is finally getting out of his slump, so we can promote him too. He's helping our office in San Francisco. I see you, bro. So we're promoting a lot of owners, and hopefully you guys notice that all of these owners are also making great money. So your manager probably is like, dude, go listen to Richard because that's where I started. And I'm making money now and I don't even know what to do with it. And that's probably why you're on. So what I want to do is start teaching you guys some stuff. And the first thing is, I know there's a lot of you, so I was going to have you guys introduce each other, but we're not going to do that because actually we're going to do this. If you have 3 leaders or more on your team, I want you to click like your digital hand raise up. Is this fun, Danny? This must be fun. Okay. Ooh, let me see these hands. So whoever is iPhone, who's iPhone? Let me see. You must have your hand up. iPhone 12, that's my boy Jacob, right?
Yes, sir.
And who is the first iPhone is Sharon. Okay, Sharon from Danny's office. Sharon. Okay.
Yes, Richard.
Okay, so this is so cool to see. If you don't mind putting your name on your Zoom thing so that I can see who you are, that'd be great.
Wait, did you say if you have 3 liters or more?
If you have 3 liters or more, then put your digital hand raised. Okay, so that is, we got Miriam, Sharon in Dallas, Matthew, Mexican, Steve, Anthony, Emma, Jacob Magali. I guess who's on Caleb's crew? Is it all 3 of you? This is Boone, Jay, and who did I miss? Oh, this is Pretzel.
Pretzel, Boone, Jay, and Pretzel, all accounted for, sir.
Yes, and then Zoom user. Who are you, ma'am? What's your name? You're muted. What's your name?
Linda. Sorry, from Sahil's office.
Linda from what's the
Sahil's office.
Sahil. Yes. Linda. Let me put it there. Ernie, Alejandro, John. Okay, so I want you to keep the hand up. So lower it down, okay, if you have to. if I want you to keep it on, or if not, keep it on if you have 4 leaders or more. Okay. So basically take it off if 3 is how many you have. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. Okay. Can you guys give me a thumbs up if all 4, if you have at least 4 first gens? All of you guys with the hand up, do you have 4 first gens, or is it just 4 plus, but not all first gens?
Hey, Richard, are you asking for first gens, or are you just asking for general, just like?
And so you have the hand up means you have at least 4 leaders, correct? So do you have at least 4 first generation leaders? No. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I need a thumbs up for people that have 4 first generation leaders. Okay. You guys can keep your digital hands down. So this call is mainly for all of you guys that I made you raise your hand. Unless you're in a specific situation like Brandon, I know you're going to get promoted in retail. You don't need that many leaders, right? But point being is this call is going to be definitely more effective for those of you that have 3 leaders or more. So just know that really that's who I'm talking to, and everyone else you can learn as much as possible, okay? Because the goal is to repeat this call. So I don't understand Zoom with so many people. Okay, so here's the first thing I want to do is, if you guys have 4 leaders or more, I'm going to have you take a minute. I'm going to start talking about what we're going to do on these calls. But if while you're there and listening, I would love for you to write down in 2 sentences maximum why you have 4 leaders and how did that come along. So just write it down, because I'm going to have you share it. Like, what's the key? Why did you get to 4 leaders? How did you do it? And 2 sentences maximum. So go through all 3 of you. So that's for everybody that has 4 leaders or more, first gen, second gen, no matter what. If you have 4 leaders on your crew, you're doing a good job. Okay. So the first part of this call for everyone that's on, if you guys want to deal with me, then I'm really hard to deal with. So I'm going to do my best to work with you guys, because I really want the best for you. The first thing I want to expect from all of us on this call is, hey, your sense of communication and your sense of urgency. So I'm going to give you what I do, and then I'm going to give you guys some homework. So what I mean communicating is, I would love for all of you guys to take the next month or 2 and silence all your notifications from your phone. So if anybody's going to take notes, maybe sure Sharon's taking notes. So Sharon, you'll let me know. You'll repeat it out loud, but take your notifications from your phone away for everything that's not your email and your text messages. Basically all social media, silence it. I want to make sure you guys understand, like, the majority of our owners fail because they don't communicate fast enough. So I need you guys to be email dealers, email gangsters. Okay. So I want you guys all to send me an email at the end of tonight. I'm going to put the email here on the chat, and it's your responsibility to do it. So newbernexcel.hr19@gmail.com. Okay. So I put the emails on the chat. Now I'm only going to say it a couple times. I can repeat it, but here's your first piece of homework. I'm going to save your email. So I want all of you guys to email me tonight to the 2 email addresses that I sent you, and let me know. Put on the subject line. On the subject line, you're going to put your first name and last name, and then what office are you coming from? Not the name of the office, but the name of the owner. And then you're going to send an email to myself, to Jamie, with your phone number and with your owner attached to the email as well, on CC, means on copy. And we're going to start a chain of emails. So I'm going to start teaching you guys how often I want you to be on an email. I'm going to start teaching you how quickly you should respond to an email. But the biggest thing is, look, when you're going on the way to the bathroom and you're pulling up your phone, I need you to pull up your email before your Instagram. Like for all you dudes that you're standing and you're taking a piss and you pull out your phone with your other hand, I need you to pull out your email there. This is critical. I know it sounds stupid, but this is critical to the development of your business. I see owners fail all the time. So I want us to be the biggest team at, if you get an email, you respond faster to it than you respond to a text message. Your business will be totally dependent on emails. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a YouTube video right now to this chat. And I want you guys to take the time to do this homework. It's about a 7-minute video. Let me find it. Actually, what the fuck am I doing? Danny, you're on the call?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're going to help me with this instead of me doing everything.
Okay.
Can you find the filtering emails by Raf on AlphaLead? You know what email I'm talking, that YouTube video I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Yes. Post it on chat. Okay, so I'm gonna have you guys watch this video, and you're going to take 1-2 hours on a laptop, hopefully. I want you to unsubscribe from all the garbage on your email. Watch this video. It teaches you what to do with your email and how to use it. And look, you might think, Richard, what does this have to do with ownership? It has a lot to do with ownership, especially if you have 4 or more leaders. That you're going to have to be a master communicator. So I want you to take the homework to complete your email, unsubscribe from all the garbage, create some filters, get good at using Gmail, okay? Go on Instagram if you're taking notes here, and I want you to find Alex Hormozi and Layla Hormozi, who are incredible entrepreneurs. And I want you to just subscribe to them, find Gmail stuff like Master Gmail. By the way, if you don't have a Gmail, don't even try. Like just start a Google account. It's not going to work with Yahoo or Outlook. There's no business people out there that are successful with those emails yet. And if you find one, then I'll shut up. So I want you guys to look up the Gmail tools, and I want you to master Gmail as if it was a job. Imagine somebody that their job was Gmail. Does that make sense? Settings, how to put a signature. I want you to become a professional. So that's what we're going to teach you. And then what I'm going to do is throughout the course of the next few days, I'm going to start sending you guys emails. And I'm going to track how quickly you get back to them. Not that you have to stop a meeting or pull up in the middle of announcements to your phone, but I want to know who the players are. So that's what I'm going to do is help you guys by throwing some emails at you with your owner involved and all that stuff. So that's piece number 1 is, hey, how quickly do I communicate? I want to communicate to a level that no one understands. And one thing I noticed about Larry, who is the only person I know that makes 200 grand a day, is he'll get to an email faster than me. Some NCs that I've had that have taken a week or a few days to answer an email, where Larry, that's got 200 NCs on his team, will answer an email in 4 minutes. Who's busier, right? So I realized the level of income is totally related to the level of communication. So I'm going to start training you guys on that. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to set up a chain of emails with all of you involved. So if you guys can please send this email out to me tonight so I can group you guys all into one big group with your promoting owner. And hopefully over the next few months, as you get promoted into ownership, we're still doing these calls. We're also going to do qualifiers for this call. So based on your stats of the week and how much you read and how much you do all these things, you'll be able to get on the call or not. And we're also going to do a bonus where I want to pay, a few $100 to whoever is on the call that builds the next 4 leaders, that builds the next 5 leaders, that builds the next 7 leaders. So these are all things we'll do on this call. Also, some of you guys are in the process of getting incorporated, right? So that'll be great. But again, back to the drawing board, the first thing we're going to do is communication. So before I tell you the next couple of things that we're going to work on and how we're going to do it, because all of you guys, especially if you're not on your laptop, I would be on my phone and start typing up the email to the both addresses, save it. Another quick advice is anytime you add somebody to your contacts, like when you add a new person to your contacts on your iPhone, also add the person's email. It'll save you a lot of time in the future. So side note. So we're gonna go with you first, Miriam. Tell us, read us. This is, guys, we got 44 leaders, more because people are on several screens from all over the country. And there's only, I think I'm counting 12 that had 4 leaders or more on their crew, which means these are 12 owners that are going to get promoted. They got to really mess it up to not get promoted. So Miss Miriam, you want to read us your 2 sentences?
Communication and pushing their goals and relating the business to what they want out of life.
Okay. Can you say the first part again? And sorry, I forgot to ask if you can introduce yourself and who's your promoting owner or your upline manager. And then can you repeat that again? I just didn't get to hear it.
Oh, my name is Miriam. My owner is Danny Campos. My sentences are communication and pushing their goals and relating the business to what they want out of life.
Cool. Sharon?
Hi, Richard. First of all, thank you for being on this call with us. So I'm from Dennis' office, and then Miriam is my upline. And I just apply what I learned from Miriam and Danny a lot, just networking out and just making sure that they are also like hitting the office's goals, just being in alignment with the office, what the office is trying to hit.
Cool. Remember, the question is, why do you have 4 leaders? So Julian.
My name is Julian. I'm from Richard's office. I don't know. That's why you put Mexican on there. I don't know why it says that. But I think the biggest thing was I focus on my team's goals, and if they grow, I grow. So yeah, they're more important.
Cool. Magali?
I started building more of a personal relationship with them, so I'm able to know how to help them best, even if it's not directly from me. I was able to find somebody that they can relate to more if it wasn't me.
Cool. Thank you. Jacob.
Hey, Richard, thank you for having me on the call. First and foremost, I'm underweight in Riverside. But one thing that helped me is seeing him, create those personal relationships with individuals, but also not letting my standards slip because I wanted to keep individuals around and understood as an upline, I have to push them either towards success or out the door, because if I'm letting them be complacent, then I'm not doing my job.
Awesome. Emma?
Hello, Richard. I'm Emma Anderson from Max Allen's office in the retail. I have 5 first gen, 3 of them are adopted just from level of influence in the office, and 1 second gen. Really what's worked for the other 2 that I personally promoted was really just building the relationship with them and showing them how to honor the partnership.
Thank you, Miss Emma. Good stuff. Who's next? Caleb's crew. So I guess Jay first, and then Boone, and then Pretzel.
Okay, we'll go this way. So hi, I'm Jay. We're all from Caleb's office. That's our upline. My 2 sentences are, my business is solely focused on building motivated humans into more motivated leaders for the future. And then my vision has always been to increase the level of humanity that we focus on in terms of leadership.
Cool.
All right.
Hello, Richard. My name's Boone O'Neill. I'm also from Caleb's office. My 2 sentences are, they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And if it's just about work, it won't work.
Some of these guys making quotes and everything now. Just about work won't work.
Encourage positive cost lining too, just outside of work, while, like Jacob said, too, upholding high standards.
There you go. Positive gossiping between people. That's great. Great advice. Pretzel.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Itzel, but everyone calls me Pretzel in the office. So you'll hear that a lot. And my 2 sentences was that they really, people on my team really know how much I care about them. They know that I really love them. And then when we start building momentum, we never stop running, and I always make them run with me. And I annoy them all the time. I'm behind their backs 24/7.
That's awesome, Miss Pretzel. And I know you're getting promoted to run a charity office, so you'll explain to us how you make money without making sales, but we're really interested in learning that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just kidding. I know it's a great thing. My wife used to run a whole business doing that. So thank you, Pretzel. Linda.
Hi, so my name is Linda. Pleasure to be on the call. So my promoting owner is Sahil. He's not running Amonte. So I feel like I definitely have a team and leaders because, you know, I definitely feel like I enriched them on how to survive here. I taught them how to have like a 20 bonus. I was definitely very selfless in the beginning. Made sure they had a good check and made sure they knew the hard work ethic it took to actually be successful and be able to survive in the training program.
Cool. Love that. Thank you, Linda. I know you're very close to getting promoted, or you're already running an office or something like that. So great job.
I'm already running in LA.
Boom. There you go. For anybody that had the question. Alejandro.
Good luck. All right. Thank you for having me on the call. What I would say qualifying each week myself to be a leader. So just kind of showing them how to do it and just really intentionality of everything that I do and everything that they do.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Flores. Hearing QT.
Mr. Flores. I am at QT. I had to stop. But the two, obviously I'm under you. My two sentences that I wrote were, I just genuinely love working with people and seeing people progress. So what works is just like really investing in my team members' goals and then just building great relationships with them.
Okay. Steve, we got two more guys. We're almost done.
Thank you for having me on the call, Richard. I'm out of Tyler's office. Tyler's my upline. But the two things I wrote down was one, learning my downline's goals and then making them my goals, and also honoring a partnership.
All right. Anthony? Antonio Trujillo?
Oh, sorry, my signal's bad. The two sentences I wrote. Oh, first of all, I'm from Riverside office under Wade. Wade's my promoting owner. The two things I wrote were the relationship with my team and kind of like going into that, kind of like relating it to always like how I started the business and how like if it's possible for me, it's possible for them. And then the second thing is just serving my team. Always kind of thinking, kind of like everyone else said, like their goals, my goals. Like I care about them a lot more than my qualifications sometimes. But yeah.
Cool. All right. So thank you, Anthony. A lot of what I heard, and you guys all heard it, a lot of what I heard on the call is people just figuring out what their team needs and really making that a big deal. That's really what I heard from most people. Look, Magali said something that I really liked, which is like, if you don't know what your team needs, then really, really spending time to figuring that out is also important. It's a part of the equation. You can't just go to your team and ask them, hey, so what's your goal? Okay, tell me. And like, you got to spend the time, right? So good stuff. Okay, guys. So here's what we're going to do. There's a lot of people on the call, and I want to make sure it's an interactive call. So maybe next week we'll do it a little smaller or something like that. My goal is to do this call every 2 weeks. And the way I'm going to schedule the call is I'm going to give you guys more work to do on top of everything you're doing. And I'm also not going to feel sorry for you because I'm going to do it with you and I'm excited. So I'm going to give you homework, and based on if you don't turn it in, if you don't have the time, it's all good. You'll get promoted as well. But that's how we're going to do it. You're going to have to do homework in order to be on the call, which is the way I've learned to help people move forward in the business. Hopefully I get to see some of you at R&R. Definitely find me there if you're at R&R. So excited about that. But I just posted a video. So here is all your homework that I'm not going to take the time to really repeat. What I'm going to do is post this video on YouTube if you later want to see the call again in case you miss something, okay? Because you guys are all supposed to be business owners. So I'm going to make it harder on you now. So I posted a video on the chat. The video is our office word of the year, which is trust, which is the first meeting we ran for the year. So I want you to watch the video and tell me your thoughts on it on an email. You can add both addresses on the email that I sent you. I'm going to group all of you guys on a big email chain afterwards. So I want you guys to take notes on the video or send me some takeaways really on, hey, how much you think you can use it, how much you've used it, or how much can you implement on it? Maybe your thoughts. Then I want you guys to go through all of our YouTube channel. It's called Newbern Excel. You'll find it. And I want you to skim through all the videos and tell me, hey, this is a video that I could be using more that I'm not using. So I want you to pick 1 or 2 videos that you're like, dude, even just by the title, or take the time to watch some and ask yourself, like, for example, one thing I would realize if I was a level 2 leader or somebody on the call that's trying to grow, why am I explaining the second round interview? Like if I was me, right? Like why would I explain the second round interview to my new leader if I can have Larry explain it? Who should I let explain it? I would let Larry explain it. Now, hey, am I going to tell Larry to tell me to use it, to do it at the interview? No, because Larry hasn't done an interview forever. I haven't done an interview forever. But if I can have somebody explain the thoughts of the interview, I would let Larry do it because he's been through a million more. Does that make sense? So I want you guys to go through the videos and realize how many times did I try to explain something to somebody where I could have just used Richard's video or Danny's video? How many times can I explain the opportunity to somebody or remove the skepticism or the MLM or whatever question that I could have used the tool instead of trying to use myself? So I just want you guys to go through the videos and start making it a part of your toolbox. Start making it like a thing. Like, dude, you don't know about the business. Look, let me put this video on garden theory. You know, there might be a chance that if your team sucks at the field, is because you explain them the system's wrong. I'm not saying that's accurate, but I would say, hey, maybe consider it. So let me have somebody else explain the garden theory. Maybe you want to use me as an example if you want to. That's why I do the YouTube channel. How many times? I want you to do that homework is find a video or 2 or 3 or 4 that you realize, man, I should give this what we do video to my parents instead of me explaining the business. Does that make sense? Or I should give this to my girlfriend's parents or to somebody in my team's girlfriend and stuff like that. Okay. So that's number 1. Then I want you to send me that. Send me we're going to operate on trust. So I want you guys to tell me why trust is important and your thoughts on that video. I want you to filter the email like we talked at the beginning and learn how to use Gmail. And then at the end of the week, after you've done all of that, so today is Monday. So by end of day Sunday at midnight, I want you to tell me how many sales you did, and how many your team did as a whole. So if you have a team, you can tell me your team, but I need to know how many you did, because if you did it, you have a team and your team did 60 sales and you did 0. Doesn't make sense. Okay. So please don't hide behind your team sales. I want to see your personal sales. It's what tells me how hard you're personally working. If you're in the business long enough under a good owner, you'll eventually have a team. That doesn't mean you always deserve it. So is that cool to kind of be a little blunt? Okay. And please be open for, I'm not going to put a qualification because we have people from all programs here, but you know, if you were on water, I would say if you did less than 2 a day on water, don't bother getting on the call because then that doesn't make sense. You need to go in the field and fix it. So we're not going to put a qualification, but please send me your personal sales so I can tell you, hey, dude, go in the field and get on the next call. I'll reply back to you guys either Sunday or Monday at some point next week when I get all of you guys' emails, and then we'll set up like a lesson 1 call in 2 weeks from today. Please include any information on the email you think would be helpful. Don't make these emails extremely long where I don't want to read them, please. And because it's going to be a lot of emails. And feel free to add your spider chart and stuff like that. Okay. So does anybody want me to repeat anything? Again, I'm recording this call so you can listen to it again because I didn't feel like typing the entire homework, but I want to start working with you guys a little closer. So I kind of need to gather all this information. I need your email to be clean. I need to operate on trust, and I need to know how many tools you're using so I can start working with you faster. That's my thought process. Does that make sense? Cool. Anybody have any questions? Cool. Well, swag. Yes, sir. Well, don't quit. That's another requirement to be on the call. That would definitely be helpful. Ernie's like, yeah, you don't quit. And yeah, I'll see you guys via email and talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Richard.
Thank you.
My guy.
Richie
Everybody,
Rich.
good night.
Thank you, Richard.
Business.
Swag.
I heard John over there.
Richie Rich.
Thank you, Richard.
This is a good business.
Anybody want to stay on? We can chat. Was that a good call, Danny? Did you expect it to be any different?
I expected it to be a little bit. I thought you were gonna kick everyone else out after they'd stop raising their hand.
That would have been. That would have been too much.
Go from 40 to -4. It's just you and Larry left. Hey, if you have 2 NCs under your org, then you can stay in.
No, but I look, out of the 44 people on the call, there's really about 8 or 9 that are actually close to management. They actually have enough leaders, you know.
Yeah.
Anybody else, it's cool to be on the call, but I wouldn't, for example, it's like I want to make sure I know that because, you know, like sometimes you want your leader to learn third rounds because you're excited for your new leader, but your leader doesn't have a team. So your leader shouldn't learn third round. You know what I mean? It's gonna harm them more than it's gonna help them. So
makes sense. I posted your YouTube on there as well.
yeah, thank you for being a wingman over there. Appreciate it.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, Matthew.
I just wanted to apologize real quick.
Why? What'd you do?
Because when I get to RC, you're not going to get any more of my overrides. So.
Because you'll be a second gen RC.
So.
You're gonna need a couple extra leaders. So I would definitely start, focus a little bit more on that.
This is true.
I love you, Matthew. Matt, you're a beast.
I miss you guys.
Mr. Salutski.
Richard, I do have a question for you.
And Matt, you think the override that I would lose on you would be big enough for me to notice?
You, Matt.
Savage.
Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go help this person qualify. I appreciate all you guys, and thank you so much.
It shouldn't take you until 9 o'clock at night. Thank you.
Jeez Louise.
All right, somebody had a question out there.
Yeah.
Miss Michelle. Are you Michelle from Tracy's team?
Yes, sir.
How are you, Michelle?
I'm doing good, I just had a quick question. I just wanted to know when you were going to upload this video because I was driving for majority of it. So I didn't really get to.
Tonight. It'll be on the channel tonight. Just give it maybe an hour or so.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Richard, do you want Upline sending the emails to you, or you just grouping them all together as they send their emails?
No, dude. Look, some of the people already got it wrong because I told them to send me the homework, right? And then people are already sending stuff. Yeah. So, but they have not been able to send it with
the homework in
because they just finished the call. So you see, that's about 8 people that are out of the call already.
So
Emma,
quick, if I
you were one of them.
if I said like what the homework was to say that I retained the information and then I send another email, is it bad or communicate?
Yeah, that'll be okay. That just means my email is going to have 2 emails of your instead of 1. That's cool for you, right? Because it sucks for me, right? It's cool for you. So that's pretty selfish, but yeah, that counts.
Okay, cool. Got it.
I did that too. I just wanted you to have.
I know. And look, we're going to talk about this. I'm not trying to be a dick. It's like sometimes people will send me a 2.5-minute voice message. It's like, well, yeah, that's very convenient for you to just vomit all your life on this voice message. But I don't want to spend 2 minutes of my life to listening to it. Maybe pick up the phone. If it's a 2-minute nonstop, isn't it probably better to just pick up the phone and call? You know what I mean? Especially because I can't like speed it up or like you can click like a 1.5x or 2.2x. It sucks, If If you're going to send a voice message, keep it under a minute, at least for me. If you're talking to some choleric, keep it under a minute. Brad, I feel like you've been waiting to say something since the owner's call.
Waiting to say something. I'm just grateful to be here.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Put a point on the board for Brad, Tracy.
Yes, sir, I will.
Ernie, put a tally back there on that board for Brad like that. Boom. Let me do it. Let me do it too.
Do it.
Hey, brother, don't forget to stop recording.
Yeah, before we say some
Brad